Mets, friends, enemies, excuse me, haters, lovers, scorned lovers, scorned haters, scorned enemies, frenemies, other people, I guess. What's going on today? We will continue with the software. Always writing software. Oh, I'm like one of these software guys. So today, I've got some great news. Hello, friends. I've got some great news, everyone. Today, I finally got Mac builds working, which means we can continue working on the Mac client. So I have the official Papechanger app running, and it's great. It changes my wallpaper. And also, I have a keybind to change my wallpaper with a key binding, and that's fantastic. But there are two things wrong with this. If I select a wallpaper directory, if I pick a wallpaper and it's a different directory than the one we're in, it doesn't update this directory. And also, the settings doesn't have an option to change the wallpaper directory. So what I need to do is add those two things all within the Swift app. One of them will be easy, one of them will be hard. Let's get to it. So in this constants.swift is where I have this thing going on. So we're gonna just do another one of these. We're gonna cut, nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to copy that, Command C, and then paste that. Change that to change pape deer. And then what we'll do is we'll do this one as change pape deer. And then within the main app, we will do another one. Keyboard shortcuts dot recorder. Change wallpaper directory, comma name colon dot change pape deer. Wow, that's super neat. And I think I need to do one other thing. Cannot find keyboard shortcuts. What? Oh, keyboard shortcuts. There we go. So this should be fine. Cannot infer contextual base in reference to member change pape deer. Recorder. There we are. So now we got this going. That's all fantastic. Love to see it. So we got our settings view set up. Now the only thing we need to do is figure out where this got wired in to actually change the directory, and that's over here. So we'll say keyboard shortcuts dot on key down for dot change pape deer action change pape deer. Now what's going to be very fun is change pape deer has to pull up the window, and I don't actually think I have that defined anywhere. So I have change pape deer, but that requires one of these bad boys. So we need to pull up the selection window. So that's going to be fun. So we'll say func present change, let's see, present selection window. And this will be a function that will yield a void. Oops. And this will then call in to the old Papechanger. So we'll say let task equal process. Oh, jeez. There we go. Oh, okay. Task dot arguments. We'll need to equal something. We'll get that figured out. Let helper equal bundle dot main dot path for auxiliary. Nope, that's not how this works. For auxiliary executable Papechanger. task.executable URL equals URL file URL with path helper exclamation mark. Not sure what that does. Task.standard input equals nil. This one we will be getting something from the standard output. I think we do this over here. Yeah, so we have this out pipe, task.launch, out data, this whole thing. So what we'll do is copy this. Actually, get current dir of dirs. Ooh, this might... Oh no, we want this get directory candidates. That's what we really want. We need to figure out how to show this to the user through like a window of some sort, not through this thing, but on a window to pop up. This might be actually a little interesting to work on. I don't like this function I already wrote. Let's see. How do we want to do this? So we have all the necessary stuff, I think. So we have get directory candidates. We have, let's see, get directory of directories. So we want this get directory candidates, and then we want to display this somewhere. So we have this directory chooser view. We'll probably use the same view as we use here, just with different styling. Huh. Yeah, because there's nothing crazy about how this works. There's also nothing crazy about how this works. So maybe we can just do a new, yeah, it's just a view. So we can just display one of these views in its own window. In its own, yeah, in its own window. So that when somebody wants to select which directory of directories to pick from, instead of doing this, they can just use a keyboard shortcut to pull that window up. So we can just say like, let's just Google this. Conditionally show window Swift UI. That's not what I want, I don't think. Show window Swift UI. Windows. Oh boy. Here we go. Open a window programmatically. Using the open window action that you read from the environment. The ID parameter that you initialize the window with to indicate which window to open. For example, you can create a button to open the window from the previous example. So this, I think, is what we want. Open window ID, and then we can just make a window with an ID. Using an @environment open window. You can also dismiss it. So that makes sense. we can do one of these, I think. So we'll do a directory chooser. I already have directory chooser.swift. So what we can do is we'll just do another view here, which will be directory chooser standalone. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So then the body will just be the DIRS list view, or the directory chooser view. vstack DIRS list padding, yeah. So it'll be the directory choosers view. Directory chooser. And that will be it. If I'm not mistaken. One of these. I think that should fix it. Yeah, there we go. So this has this environment open window. So I got to figure out how that works. Like, where is this defined? Mail viewer. You indicate which scene to open by providing one of the following: a string identifier, a value, both an identifier and a value. So we want just an identifier, I think. So I see. So what we do is we put this in the body. Which is going to be in Papechanger app. Body scene. So you have the menu bar extra, you have the settings, and then you have we'll have the directory chooser standalone. Let's see if we're doing this right. So we'll say, let's see, what is this? So inside the scene, we'll say window group ID standalone directory chooser, and then this will include this thing. Is that right? And then, so instead of having this, what you'll do is we'll just define a utility function called show directory chooser. So we'll just say func show directory chooser returns void. And we'll just say open window ID, and then it'll be that ID that we have in here, standalone directory chooser. And we'll just copy that, and we'll paste that into utility.swift. So standalone directory chooser, oops, there we go. I don't know why this isn't working. Am I missing something? Well, environment dot open window private var open window. Will that work? Or is this thing mad at me? Private can only be used in a non-local scope. Type annotation missing in pattern. Okay. Well, this needs to be capital E. That might be it. Does it figure it out from there? No. Okay, so clearly I'm missing something. It really wants this to be attached to a thing. What's going on, Vehicle Davis? Thank you for following.
Vehicle Davis is now following.
I'm trying to figure out some Swift stuff for my wallpaper changing application. It works like this. Basically, you have your wallpaper, and then ka-chow, another wallpaper, another wallpaper, another wallpaper. Easy peasy. Let's say you get tired of looking at all these eagles. Boom, choose a wallpaper directory. Let's go with space. Boom. Another wallpaper. Another wallpaper, another wallpaper. And you're saying, this isn't that impressive. Oh yeah? Well, this also works on Windows. And you're saying, anyone can write something that works on Windows and Mac. But no, it also works on Linux. That's right, cross-platform wallpaper manager. And I'm working on the Mac part. How are you screen sharing Mac OS? OBS. Fantastic application. And by fantastic, I mean it's a little buggy, but it works fine. Everyone uses it. So you have a Mac OS machine somewhere, you're just capturing it. Gotcha. I mean, it's the Mac OS machine is right here on my desk. It's right there. That's what I'm doing the whole stream from. So I need to figure out how to get this window to show on its own. So I don't actually need the directory chooser standalone. I can just use this directory chooser on its own because that'll be plenty enough. So that solves that problem. So I just need to figure out how to convince it. And this add environment thing, I guess this only works inside of a view. So I don't know how this stuff. Environment property wrapper to read a value stored in a view's environment. So it's only for a view as environment. You can also get an observable object, which I'm not sure how that works. Just conform to the observable protocol. Let's see what this observable protocol looks like. Type that emits notifications to observers when underlying data changes. Interesting. I think those observable objects are applied when you have dynamic changes in your app, otherwise it might not know when to update an object. Yes, I think that is what it's for. This environment thing isn't going to work because that has to be part of a view. I'm trying to do this stuff. What I want to do is make it so it shows a window that is essentially the contents of my choose wallpaper directory, which of course you can't see because I have everything going off the side of the screen. Oh no, you can see it. Basically I want these to show up in their own window when you hit a keyboard shortcut. So I have this keyboard shortcut and this triggers something, but I need to make this thing trigger the visibility of this view, basically. And The way it looked like to do it was with this environment thing, but that doesn't seem to be right. So maybe I'm missing something. Let's see. Use, no, I don't want to say use keyboard shortcut, that's too specific. I want to say like, let's see. Trigger, let's see. Make window visible Swift UI based on a event. Observe window resize event, that's not what I want. Window management, understanding window and window group in Swift UI, this could be it. It's a window group, Swift UI construct that manages a collection of windows. Primarily used for, excuse me, multi-platform apps is also essential for designing stuff. Content view, window group, conclusion. All right, so that was totally useless. How to access own window. And we're back to window. Fantastic. Let's see, window group. If you initialize a window group with an identifier, a presentation type, or both, you can programmatically open a window from a group. For example, you can give the mail viewer scene from the previous example an identifier. Group ID mail viewer. Got it. Elsewhere in your code, you can use open window action from the environment to create a new window in the group. So how do I... It's an environment variable, and I can't access environment variables in random util things. You can only do that from inside of other views, as far as I can tell. So how do you solve that? So what's the issue exactly? I'm not an expert with Swift UI, but I'm somewhat familiar. Well, I'm trying to get my app that normally runs in this mode where it's just up in the corner doing nothing and doesn't present windows, but I want it to present a window when I hit a keyboard command, which I've got the keyboard command set up. I got one of them working already for changing my wallpaper, but I want it to open a window that has these directories in it, front and center in the middle of the screen, when I use another keyboard command. And the keyboard command library just lets you call a regular old function to when a keyboard command is hit. So I want that function to show a window. And here it's showing that you can define a window with an ID, a window group with an ID, and then you can use this environment open window function to open that window, which would be fine, except I don't have access to this environment stuff because the environment stuff only exists inside of views, and a regular old function isn't a view. Unless, yeah, I don't know. I swear I've done something like this before, but I forgot how. For multiple scene input. It supports multiple windows environment value. Following code creates a button that's hidden unless the app supports multiple windows. space programmatically. It's asynchronously. You can use await keyword. Do so from inside a task. This is another button, so it's still inside of view. So your space is your app's main interface. I don't like that. Close windows programmatically. Go question, relevant proj, structure slash go server slash main.go, go server slash balancer.go. Declared package balancer and balancer.go, important is main.go's go server slash balancer, and for some reason cannot access the function handle balancer with balancer.handle balancer from main. If it's a capital B balancer, it should be lowercase, but that'll actually probably be it. Lowercase the balancer. I'm saying some things about a view builder. I'm not, yeah. View builder. Let's see what this is. Custom parameter attribute that constructs views from closures. Oh, that could be it, yeah. There's a parameter attribute for a child view producing closure parameters, allowing those closures to provide multiple child views. For example, a context menu that accepts closure that provides uses one or more views via the new builder. That might be useful. So let's see. Use multiple statement closures to provide several child views as shown in the following example. I'm not sure how this is that useful though. And of course this references itself. Fantastic. Love to see it. Well, thank you, Vehicle Davis. I appreciate the valiant effort. Let's see. I guess I could do a multiple scene app and then have that other scene pop up. Let's just look up multiple scene app Xcode or whatever. Specifying scenes. Let's just go back to the scenes. UIKit manages each instance of your app's UI using a UI window scene object. A scene contains windows and view controllers for presenting one instance of your UI. Each scene has a corresponding UI window scene delegate object, which you can use to coordinate interactions between UIKit and your app. Scenes run concurrently with each other, sharing the same memory and app process space. As a result, a single app may have multiple scenes and scene delegate objects active at the same time. Here we go. UIKit creates a scene object for each instance of your app's UI. Typically, UIKit creates a UI window scene object instead of a UI scene object, but you can use the methods and properties of this class to access information. So maybe I'd create a new scene object. Could that be it? And I just have it delete the scene when it's done. Swift UI callback to show window. Give me that, be what I want. No, that's a callback as a parameter to a view. That's not what I want. Window management and Swift UI 4. Oh, that's gonna be, let's see what we got. Use the handles external events method. You open the URL. I guess I could do that. That's kind of gross. Oh, and they're using the open window environment variable. Oh, and this one uses an environment variable anyway. So it still relies on environment. Interesting. Maybe I totally ignore this and don't worry about it. Yeah, I think that might be the move. Let's quit Xcode. Open up Alacrity. Sure, update oh my ZSH. cd source, Papechanger, whatever. Git status. Wow, things have changed. Git restore dot. Fantastic. So now the real question is, what do I do next? And the answer is, of course, write a C# app for getting the same functionality in Windows. How to make a C# application. So I guess I ought to learn C#. C# basics. Using system, namespace, hello world, class, program, static void, main, string, args. Oh no. Oh, this is some Java stuff. Console.writeLine, hello world. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. All right, this is a lot of stuff. I'm gonna want like a C# cheat sheet. I just like, can I do some like leak code in C# or something? Will that help me learn C#? Now I've learned my lesson about doing leak code hard problems on stream. Still didn't do the one from last week, but let's take a look at like an easy one. Roman to integer. That's a fun one. Let's just go C#. Public int Roman to string, string s. All right. Let's just try writing some C#. See if I can do that. C# cheat sheet again. Fantastic. So here, we'll put this back over here. Embiggen this. Roman numerals, blah, blah, blah. 2 is II, whatever, whatever, whatever. All right, cool. So we're doing Roman numerals. That's not too bad. I, V, X, L, C, D, M. So that's fun. So let's see. So let's look up string manipulation C#. How does that work? Strings. All right, string versus system.string. Alias for capital string, therefore they're the same thing. Use string, whatever. Declaring and initializing, well, that's not too bad. Pretty normal stuff. Use implicit variables. You can use implicit typing within a method body. Got it. Don't need the new operator. What does the new operator do in C#? New operator creates a new instance of a type. Fantastic. Beautiful. Love to see it. And what do these type definitions look like? You can invoke a constructor. So let's see. Person. Okay, so the constructor is just named after the name of the class. That is fantastic. Instance constructors, private constructors, static constructors. Got it, got it, got it. C# type system. What do we got? Strongly typed language. All right, basic stuff, basic stuff. Specifying types and variable declarations. Got it, got it, got it. Declaration with initializers. Got it. Method parameters and return values are specified in the method declaration. Following signature shows a method that requires an int and returns a string. So they say string requires an int. This isn't too bad. Value type. System.valueType, which derives from system.object, system.valueType. Okay, system.object. This is like going to be the root of everything, right? Good stuff. And we're doing all this beautiful object-oriented overriding and stuff. So that's fun. So this is what, I guess this is what format strings look like. That's not too bad. They should be using lowercase string, I think. I mean, they have using system, so they have system.capital string, but should be using the lowercase one. I don't know. All I'm saying is that's what they say here. So what the fuck, Microsoft? What the fuck? You're not even following your own rules. Let's see what else is going on. All right. Let's say if s equals I, return 3. All right, so this isn't how you're supposed to do that. Do you have to do these things? Is it JavaScript-like in that it really doesn't like, or most languages frankly like, in that it doesn't want those? Okay, nope. So we need semicolons. How does this freaking language work? All right, not all code paths return a value. Oh, interesting. Else return 0. Learning, learning, learning. All right, perfect. I'm just going to do this the most brain dead possible way. So what we'll do is we'll do, I guess, C style syntax. We'll do for x for we'll say int x equals 0, x is less than, how do you get the length of a string in C#? String length C#. String length property, fantastic. Length, get the number, str.length. All right, less than s.length, x plus plus. I don't know why I'm using x when I should be using I. And then we got switch cases. Switch case C#. Use the switch statement. Okay, so this will be just basically exactly the same as, you know, C, I guess. I guess that makes sense. It's just extensions on top of C. So we'll just say switch S at I, and then we'll just do, what do we got here? IVXLCDM, all right. Case I, case V, case X, case L, case C, case D, case M. And of course I didn't capitalize any of these things. Of course, you need the colon, and of course, C style, gotta say break. Fantastic. So we're probably going to want to have a total. So we'll say int total equals 0. And let's see, LVIII. So for an I, we'll say total plus equals 1, V total plus equals 5, total plus equals 10, total plus equals 50, total plus equals, plus equals 100, C, oh, we want DM. So what is, D is 500 and M is 1000. D is, let's see, total plus equals 500, whoops. And then M, total plus equals 1000. So then we'll go outside of this for loop and we will return total. Fantastic. And this of course won't be the final solution because I didn't do any IV stuff. But why does it matter to me? Oh, semicolons, you see? This is why I gotta do a little, I can't just jump right into doing all this .NET UI stuff. I gotta remember how to write C#, which I guess a lot of it's just C, but you know. Yeah, so we got a couple of test cases to work. But this one's got an IV. So then what we'll do is if it's I, we will do look ahead. So how do we define a function on its own? Can we define a function on its own or do we have to do something else? Define function. What we want is a static function in C#. Is that a thing? Static method? Not associated with an instance of the class. Static class that can only have static members and therefore whatever. In order to call instance method, you need an instance of the class. Can you just do like a standard function C#? local functions. That's what I want. Modifiers, return type, method name, parameters list. Oh, so can you just define one? Oh yeah, that's not a problem. Private static string get text. So that's just there. So we can just say, static, is there a char type? Char C sharp. Yeah, it's char type. All right, static char, look ahead, and then we want index, what is it, int, index, s string, and then we'll say look ahead 1. There we go. And then returns a char. Fantastic. So we'll just say if, let's see, s.length. So we'll say if index plus 1 or is greater than or equal to s.length. Is there like an option type? That's what I want to know. Index plus 1 is greater than or equal to s.length. Let's see if there's like an error type or. Options pattern. Maybe just return Boolean. All I want to do is if the next one's like a V on an IV, it could be a total plus equal 4. I just return. If index plus 1 is greater than or equal to the length of the string, we'll just return 0. Some C stuff. See if that works. Else return S at index plus 1. And this one will say if look ahead, what do I call this? Look ahead 1. I comma S is equal to V. Then what we'll do is we'll say total plus equals 1. And we'll put this in an else block, so I don't have to worry about how the exact break in C# works. And that should be pretty close to fine. Let's run it and see what happens. Top level statements must precede namespace and type declarations. On line 37, okay. So static char didn't work. What we needed to do was private static, whatever, whatever. Can I just say private? Nope. Top level statements must precede namespaces and type declarations. What does that mean? Top level statements must precede namespace and type declarations. Move the code before the namespace declaration. What does that mean? So does it just mean that this needs to go above everything? Oops, I want Command X. Then we'll go up here, do Command V, see if that fixes it. All right, well, we got that. Modifier private, okay, that was a mistake. Run this. You've attempted to run code too soon. Great, love to see it. Identifier expected on line 37. What's wrong with my identifiers? Well, let's look up what that means. Oh, not Java. Ugh. I'm looking at a slightly better language than that, C#. Let's go, identifier expected. Do not give type identifiers. String, what? I gave a type identifier. Int, oh, I see. I was doing that Go style. There we go. Entry point of the program is global code, ignoring driver, main, entry point. Cannot implicitly convert type int to char. Okay. We'll just do the char queue because that doesn't exist and it won't trigger our if statements. So that'll be fine, I think. Look ahead 1 is declared but never used. Am I not using it? I'm using it right up here. If look ahead 1, look ahead 1. Do not use local variable or local function, look ahead 1. What does that mean? CS8801. All right, search for it. Come on. What are we doing? I'm writing code here, DuckDuckGo. You can't search for CS8801? You know what? I'm gonna have you do it with Google. Fuck you. There we go. All right, I don't know what any of that means. Top level statements. What was 8801? Can I just look up CS8801? Part of the program is global code, ignoring the whatever. Line 2, char 13, warning. Local function look ahead is declared but never used. It is actually. LOOKAHEAD1. LOOKAHEAD1, yeah. So it's not letting me do that. Can I just put this inside of my solution class? Is that what they want me to do? Can I just do that? Can I just define this in here someplace and then delete that? These are the things we need to know. Is this a format button? Oh, look at that. That was right. Where's the format button? Is there a format? Format. I don't know how to format. Whatever. It'll be messed up. So anyway, these worked. This one still didn't work. It's got the IV thing. Maybe it's the XC that's the problem. How does this work? X can be placed before L and C. I can be placed before V and X. Okay. So for V, we'll do the same thing. No, so I will be, we'll just do switch. Switch, look ahead 1, IS, case V, then we'll do total plus equals, not 1, but 4. And then we'll do a good old case X, total plus equals 9. And did I miss something in a switch case statement, whatever? Break, and we'll break one of these in here, close this thing out of here. That's already closed out, isn't it? Yep. Really need a format button. Retrieve last submitted code, submission notes, resets definition. Is there not a format button? Whatever. So we get a case within a case, which probably isn't the best thing ever, but like, you know, whatever. And what do you do for the default case? I forget what that is. Can I just have this line out on its own? Default case in switch case. Default case C#. Default, okay. Can't remember what stuff is C stuff, what stuff is C# stuff, and what stuff is Go stuff, but I figure I'll just power through it. So then, which were the other ones? X can be placed before L and C. Oh, I forgot. When we do the look ahead, we need to add 1 to I. I plus equals 1. I plus equals 1. Almost forgot about that. So that should work. I can be placed before V and X. X can be placed before L and C. So we'll just copy this whole thing. Great. Copy doesn't work. Oh, okay. All right. All right, computer. Okay, let's calm down. All right, there we go. Command C. So we want this X thing. Paste that in there. So we'll do X. Look ahead is going to be L to make 40. And then V to make 90. Fantastic. And then we'll paste the same thing in for C. Okay. C, D, M, 400 and 900. Oops. There we go. And this thing will probably be mad at me, but we'll see what I got wrong. Yeah, okay. 18, char 21. Oh, I just forgot a semicolon. All over the place. 1, 1, 1, 1. I think that's all of them, right? Yeah, let's run it. Control cannot fall out of switch from final case label, default solution CS. Line 24. Okay, this would have been helpful with... Okay, so I think I just need another... where is the formatter? Does LeetCode not have a formatter? LeetCode formatter. Text justification. Can you re-justify my text? No, it's just a LeetCode question. Great, love to see it. Is there no format? All right, let's Command A, Command C, C#, formatter. Fantastic. Thank you, formatter.org. Format. Great. Let's Command C, Command V. All right, so now this all at least looks reasonable. So the switch ends here. Let me put put a break in. So what is wrong with this? Line 42. Okay, so that's what it was. 42, I needed another break. And on line 32. Switch. And then it should have another one that closes here. Case, whatever. What is it mad at me for? What? Line 32. Control cannot fall through from one class label case X to another in solution.cs. Control cannot fall out of switch from final case label. So let's go to 59 real quick, because that should just be, this default needs a break. I should only have one on 32. Line 32, character 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's wrong with this one? Because for case I, we have the switch on look ahead, whatever. Case X, we have the same thing. What's wrong with this one? CS 0163, control cannot fall through from one case label. Let's copy this, close out all of these tabs. These are useless to me. And we'll paste and go. Okay, so I just need a break somewhere that I'm missing, I guess. So we have this switch here, and all of these have a break out of them. Break, break, break. And this one has a break out of it. Case V has a break. Case X has a switch. Break, break, break. Oh, it doesn't have a break here. Wasn't exactly where that error was, but you know, fair enough. Okay, so I screwed something up. MCMXCIV. So it should be 4 at the end. 4 plus, let's see. M is 1,000, CM is 900, XC is 90, and IV is 4. So we got the 1,000, we got the 900. But instead of 4, we got a 4 plus 6 instead of a 4 plus 90, I think. So this should be in the XC that we have the problem. So we'll say case X, and there we go. C and L. Oh, no, I did this wrong. L and C. This was what it was before, wasn't it? Am I dumb? Don't answer that. Nobody answer that. There we go. So let's submit it. DCXXI. CX should be 90. D should be something. Did I get my D wrong? C. This doesn't support visualization. Whatever. All right, can I go back to my description? What did I mess up? Submission. So D should be, what is D again? Description D is 500. So it'd be 500 plus CX, which is going to be 500 plus 100, make it 600. And I didn't get that. And then the XX should be 21. So I think my C, I need to get 100. So where is C? 90. Oh, I didn't add to the total on that one. So total, not plus equals 1. I want total plus equals 100. And did I do the same thing above? Or I forgot about the total? Yeah, shouldn't be 1. It should be X. Yeah, it should be 10. Run. There we go. I don't know why I ran it. I should have just submitted it. There we go. Got a pretty average score with C#. I think this is a pretty average solution. Pretty obvious. So now I know a little bit about C#, classic classes and whatnot. So I wonder what these ones did that I didn't do. Okay, so they made a dictionary, run through each character, and you can do this for each to get through the characters, so that would probably save me some time. Value is greater than previous value, value plus equal. Okay, they're doing some weird stuff here. I don't know what this is about. And how are these slowpokes doing it? Oh, this is very silly. I see they're shoving all their functions into the thing. They're using this to keep track of. Okay. Dictionary, for each. Total plus equals value minus 2 times previous value. Subtract the value of the previous character twice if the value is greater than the previous value. I don't know how that works. Total plus equals value, previous value equals value. Oh, I see. So you subtract it twice because you subtract it to bring it back to where it was before you read it, and then you subtract it again. So you add it each time. So this is like less branching code. That's a neat way to do it. And then they don't have to do the look ahead thing that I was doing. Oh, that's pretty fun. I like that. And have the real memory non-hogs do it. Oh, it's the same thing. Well, that's kind of fun. So then the other thing we need to learn is .NET, Windows stuff. What I want to do is Windows graphical application framework. I don't know how any of this works. Windows UI, WinUI, 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 WinUI 2 for OOP, and WinUI 3 in the Windows app SDK. Ships with the Windows app SDK, second generation of WinUI, ships as a standalone NuGet package and is integrated with Windows SDKs. UX stack is and control library completely decoupled from the OS and Windows SDKs. UX stack and control library tightly coupled to the OS and Windows SDKs. Got it, got it, got it. Can be production ready desktop Win32 Windows apps. Can be seamlessly, let's see, can incorporate into desktop applications using XAML islands. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. So it looks like I should be using WinUI 3. That seems like the way to do it. C#, .NET 6 and later, C++ for desktop apps, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. WebView 2, got it. Works down level to Windows 10, October 2018. And this one works October 2018, all right. Not much difference there. Okay, so that's fun. So design overview. So we got design basics, layout, style, motion. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what the motion is about. Well, that's kind of fun. So anyway, all I really want to do is write a little C#. Clearly I've done it. I don't really have all that much more planned for the stream today. You know, it's Friday. I got better things to do. So I think I'm just gonna end it there. I think I've learned enough about C# for the day. I think I've had some fun. I think I've learned that SwiftUI is a cruel, cruel mistress. Earlier today, I got the keyboard commands working in the Mac app, which is fantastic. So that'll be that. I shall catch you all on the flip. See ya.